Tom George. Senator George has been a state senator representing the city of Kalamazoo since 2002. He is chairman of the Senate Health Policy Committee and is a member of the Appropriations Committee. Tom previously served in the State House and is a practicing physician. He and his wife Sandy live in Kalamazoo and have 3 children. Please join me in welcoming Senator Tom George. Yes. Yep.
I am the citizen legislator in the race. I'm the only candidate serving in the legislature now who also works in the private sector. I'm a practicing physician. I'm actually working in a small business. I work part-time when the legislature's not in session. I've done both for 10 years. I'm an anesthesiologist. I put people to sleep. And our practice has doubled in size since I joined it about 25 years ago. So I understand the value and the potential that small business has to grow Michigan's economy. If I asked you what we needed to do to turn Michigan around, I know what I would hear. You'd hear create an environment that will grow seedling companies, fix the tax structure, fix the roads, keep us safe, invest in education. That's what I would hear. Unfortunately, all of those things require resources, and the state is broke. You can't just eliminate the Michigan business tax or the state would be insolvent. Your check to your local university would bounce, and it would close for a quarter. So whatever we do has to maintain the solvency of the state, and we have to cut spending first in order to afford any of those elements to create an environment that's conducive to jobs growth. Well, it so happens that the biggest expense in state government has become health care. The key to turning Michigan around and moving it forward is cutting health care spending. That's where the money is. That is what's needed to free up the resources to do the things we need to do to turn Michigan about. And I would add, as a physician governor, what's missing in the health care equation. It's the problem that GM and Chrysler failed to solve. They spent billions on health care, and it didn't make them healthier or more competitive. It drove them to bankruptcy, and the state is following the same course. The element that's missing, personal responsibility. The people have bought the myth that you can be made healthy by having a card in your pocket. And it only accounts for 10% of the population's health. And here we've invested in beautiful hospitals where every room's a private room, every room has satellite TV, we have valet parking, and it has failed to make Michigan healthier or more competitive. Adding personal responsibility, like many small businesses have, to our Medicaid program or programs for state employees, that's what's needed to free up those dollars to turn Michigan around. Now be wary of candidates who will show you their glossy plans. Read them, and you'll see proposals to cut your taxes, which you will like, and you'll see calls for increased spending. It's a fiscal fantasy. It's that secret formula that has given us political success in Washington for decades and $13 trillion of federal debt. You have to cut spending first, and the cutting has to be done in health care. The second thing we need are major reforms to the structure of government itself. We have a government that was crafted in the 60s, a constitution that is dated. A constitutional convention offers the biggest opportunity for structural reform. You will see that big business and unions have opposed it. There's a coalition of the status quo that opposes reopening our Constitution. It will be on the ballot this fall. It is a chance for the citizens to take back our state, to ask ourselves, can we afford 551 school districts, over 50 ISDs, 83 drain commissions? This is your chance to put government back in the hands of the citizens. We need other reforms that a governor can accomplish. We need a new energy policy that understands that coal and nuclear power are going to be the ticket to Michigan's future energy supply. We need policies that will help our core cities. I'm a rare Republican that represents a core city. Michigan will fail without its cities, and they are the face of Michigan to the outside world. Just look at the cover of Time magazine from last September, and you will see a picture of a broken Detroit. We can give our cities new tools to turn around tax reverted and abandoned properties to give Michigan a new look. So it's restructuring health care, it's constitutional reform, it's a new energy policy, it's a new look for our state. Those are the elements that we need to turn it about. I'm not as well known as the other candidates, but I'm just as smart as they are. And you can join my team at georgeforgovernor.com. I'd be honored to have you on my team, and together we can fix Michigan. Thank you.